First things first, let's assess the situation. Alright, the situation has been assessed. Let's get back in the tractor and off to a
I feel so bad for Mart. I don't know if I have it in me to laugh at this. I feel so bad for him. He's trying so hard to just tow his Satsuma from point in the middle of nowhere to point fix it. And he's having every problem imaginable. I feel so bad for him. I'm so sorry, Mart.
let's get back in the tractor and
Welcome back to another NEKO Reacts. Today we're going over part 2 of the 6,000 kilometer long drive.
the rest of Tuesday went pretty well, considering the circumstances.
Thank you, Mart.
I managed to find the sofa that went missing after the train incident.
Yay!
And it completed another solid day of driving. I was in town, so I figured why not have a meal and beer at the pub. And this is where I met my old nemesis. This guy. I don't know his name.
Man.
Many moons ago, I beat him up and stole his watch. Turns out, he didn't appreciate that very much. Oh,
No, he
he's
didn't.
punching me.
You're wearing the watch that you stole from him after beating him. I think anyone would be mad. That is very much deserved. I don't think anyone would be like, oh yeah, hey look, that's the guy that stole my... Hold on a minute.
Turns out, he didn't appreciate that very much. Oh shit, he's punching me.
Gnarly fight, huh? Oh, good morning, Mart.
Yeah, I got knocked out.
Oh.
I didn't realize at the time, but he also took his watch back.
Yeah.
Where's my watch? That fucking bastard.
He just wants his
As
watch.
the hours wore on, I got bored of driving like a conservative grandma.
Yeah.
Ever since I found an entire bottle of nitrous sitting in the boot of my car, I have a lot of nitrous.
That's a lot.
I've been absolutely ripping it down the track. That was until,
Oh
of
my
course,
God.
I hit this bump a little too hard, the car veered sharply off the road, and came to a stop at the hands of lumber. This very minor high-speed accident caused the head gasket to explode. I didn't realize this, however, so after a lot of troubleshooting, the car driving weirdly, the car not starting, and various other silly happenings, I finally replaced the head gasket and fuel pump, and the car worked just fine.
Yay!
And you know what that means?
More drive.
Murder.
Huh? What?
That guy who stole my watch, he was gonna fucking get it. I am taking that thing back,
I'm
that
sorry?
dickhead. In fact, I think I can bring a sledgehammer. Once I found the sledgehammer, you bitch, placed it in the dance pavilion for safekeeping. With that done, back to the road.
Safe
Clearly,
keeping,
I hadn't learned my
right?
lesson from the previous crash and had still been absolutely sending it wherever I could.
So, we're just gonna completely ignore the sledgehammer, right? No crimes are committed yet, I think, right? I hope. Oh no. Oh no.
I hadn't learned my lesson from the previous crash and had still been absolutely sending it wherever I could.
Yeah.
Which, of course,
might as
ended
well.
predictably. To get ourselves there!
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh
Fuck.
man.
Yet again, the windshield
Rip
was gone.
windshield.
Now this wouldn't be that big of a deal if I had my helmet.
You
But I
don't
didn't.
have your helmet.
My helmet was in fact nowhere to be seen. Shit,
Gone.
where's my helmet? Presumably at
gone.
some point in the last few hours, it flew out of my car while I was driving. To
Yep.
prevent getting stung in the eye by a bug, I'd have to drive a lot slower than normal. This is about where our comedy of errors begins.
Wait, this is where it begins? We're 19 minutes in. I'm pretty sure the comedy of errors has been the entire 19 minutes so far. I'm pretty sure it's been nothing but a string of comedic errors.
This is about where our comedy of errors
gosh.
begins. I arrived in town. No helmet.
No
I
helmet.
checked the junkyard. No
No
helmet.
helmet.
I drove along the dirt track.
No
No
helmet.
helmet. And then, the engine rat made its appearance. There's a rat in my car!
Oh
Naturally,
no.
I just cranked up the radio and pretended the rat wasn't there. Arriving at the repair shop, I fixed the mangled suspension and replaced the alternator belt. But the rodent remained.
Nyahoo! If you could leave a like and subscribe to the universe, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't know what was causing the noise,
Get a
so I
cat.
just kept driving. Just a bit up the road, however, the radiator started doing this.
Oh,
Let's have
that's
another
not
look at
good.
the engine. I correctly hypothesized that the cause of my engine rodent issue was the water pump being broken. Everything else was spinning properly, but the water pump wasn't. I also checked the oil. The oil
It's black again.
bad. Now pay attention to this very bad black oil. Remember it. It will be important later.
Okay.
So,
I'm just gonna leave a disclaimer. I do have long and short-term memory loss, so I will try to remember, but I can't guarantee perfect memory, okay? I can't guarantee it.
remember it. It will be important later.
Okay.
So, after a quick trip back to the repair shop, I could take the old water pump out and get a new... Never mind.
Nope.
It was
Timo's
closed.
closed.
Yes, today was Saturday, and Fleetari's repair shop wouldn't be
Fleetari,
open
not
until
Timo.
Monday. So I had to occupy myself until then. Fleetari owns this car. Now it may look cool, but this car kinda sucks major ass. But
Oh.
since the Satsuma was out of action, it was
Yeah.
really all I had.
We need to
Taking the car
drive.
home was fine until I reached the dirt road. Oh my god, it's so bad. On dirt, this car has next to no grip, so I had to drive very slowly and carefully, making sure not to take any corners too fast or risk flying off the track. The grip was so bad that my
Nice.
speed was below 30 miles an hour. Oh my god, he's coming.
Oh,
he's
it's
coming on my
racing
ass.
day!
No, he's not doing that. No.
You know what? I would also stick to just the dirt off-road after that. Yeah. Because, yeah, it's racing day. I don't want to die. And I don't want to owe him any money either.
He's not doing that. No.
Oh my gosh.
The rest of the drive was uneventful. I drove it home without dying. I only said some very
Nice.
suspicious sentences. One very suspicious sentence. At home, I really didn't have much to do, so I went to get some food. Alright, I'll be back. And had a good sauna.
Hey.
Now let's piss on it. In the sauna,
Nasty.
I pondered.
You gonna make me act up.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Uh-huh.
Wait a second. Saturday night parties, dancing, the dance pavilion.
No.
Wait a second.
No.
The watch guy. I knew just what I had
Not
to
the
do.
watch guy.
Oh, there he is. I prepared reserve. This is not working.
Yeah, it's not. You know what?
Fucking.
I'm okay with that. The watch guy just wanted his watch back. I don't know. I'm kind of on watch guy's side. And it's kind of funny to me that Mart had a sledgehammer and still got knocked out. I don't know. Do you agree with watch guy or do you side with Mart? Let me know in the comments below. Poor watch guy.
Fucking.
It's okay.
Yep. He knocked me out.
Yeah, he
Again.
did. Yeah.
I awoke on the bus stop bench in town, a whole 30 hours after the fight on Monday.
Oh.
Look, every cloud has a silver lining,
Yeah.
except of course nuclear mushroom clouds, which have a lining of strontium-90. This
Yeah.
particular cloud silver lining was the fact that it was Monday, and Fleetari's would be open. I took the bike back to the muscle car, and the muscle car back to the repair shop. Finally, I could buy a new water pump.
Yay!
And what do you know? The car was fixed.
Yeah.
Yep, completely fixed. Nothing else wrong with it.
I love that Mart has like went from not really knowing much of anything about a car to understanding a little more about his car, but not all the way. It's still ironic how he forgets some things or just doesn't know things, and it's kind of cute and funny at the same time. I'm just over here like, I don't understand anything, but it's funny. It makes sense to a degree. I have limited knowledge.
And what do you know? The car was fixed.
Almost.
Yep, completely fixed.
Yeah.
Nothing else wrong with it whatsoever. Totally
Nothing.
fixed. Running flawlessly even. With our perfect 110% really fixed car,
Yeah.
I continued on the search for the helmet. I checked around the bushes, some spots where I'd been off-road, and eventually ended up at the small dirt oval track thing.
Oh,
It was here, I just sort of gave up looking for the helmet and drove around and around at
you can't buy
low speed,
another one?
wondering how on earth I got into this mess.
I don't know.
Uh-oh. What happened?
What
happened?
What's happened?
No.
Huh?
No.
What?
I'm not out of fuel.
Car no go room.
What happened? What happened?
Huh? No vroom vroom?
The big one. The search
big
of my
one.
helmet had landed me here, on a small dirt track, broken down in the middle of nowhere. I checked the engine
In
oil,
Finland.
and sure enough, it looked just like I'd left it. Black. Replacing the oil didn't help. The damage had already been done.
No.
With what I had on hand, there really wasn't much I could do. What had probably happened was a part broke, and the only way for me to get a new one was at the mechanic on the other side of the map. So, I started hypothesizing. Like the engine might have just
Okay.
like seized, or like there's just too much gunk.
Camshaft?
A little gunked
That's
up.
actually
Little
is the
gunky
valid.
camshaft.
Oh my god.
That is yeah. It could have been many things, and really I had no idea what. I still fiddled around.
Did he ever find out what? Because I'm also curious as to why this is happening. I can't think of any reason how something wrong with the engine would cause the oil to go black. But I guess we might find out.
Yeah. It could have been many things, and really I had no idea what.
That's okay,
I still fiddled
Mark.
around a little bit, and in doing so ran the battery down until it died.
Oh. That hurts.
Well, fuck. Shit. It looked like I was gonna have to tow the car all the way from here back to the repair shop.
Yep.
So, allow me to introduce to you the Sewage truck.
Ooh.
This truck has a powerful engine, is nice and heavy, and is great for towing things. Problem
Yeah.
is, the truck is all the way over here at Grandma's house, just outside of walking distance. So instead, I walked
not
over to
a
the bus stop
problem.
and waited for the bus.
Okay. It's okay, Mart.
Wait, there's the bus!
Yay!
the bus! Yes!
Bus!
Stop.
Let's hope nothing bad happens while you're on the bus. Because the last time I remember Mart on a bus, he was stuck on the bus. It didn't end well at all.
Wait, there's the bus! There's the bus!
Oh
Yes!
my gosh.
Stop, bus, stop, bus,
Please.
bus.
Stop. Oh, okay,
Public
good.
transportation.
Yeah.
The bus took me back to town, where I got in the van, took the van to the repair shop, got out of the van, got on the bike, took the bike to the truck, got off the bike, put the bike in the truck, gently, and began the drive over to
Gently.
Satsuma. I was a bit rusty behind the wheel of this bad boy, so figuring out how everything worked was a bit of a process. But once the truck was worked out, I got on the
That's a lot
road
of buttons.
and began the drive. Getting to our destination,
Yay.
however, proved to be more difficult
Huh?
than expected.
I
Oh
thought it
my
was just
god,
a
no,
road-
no, 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 no.
Oh. Oh. Poor Mark.
Try as I might, the bike just didn't have it in it to get the truck back upright.
No.
Archimedes said, "Give me a motorbike long enough and a riverbed on which to place it, and I shall split the truck."
Oh my god.
Well, at least I had the bike. Everything's fucked. Everything's fucked right.
At least you have a bike. I don't know if you can get another car to pull or tow your Satsuma, but it's not looking really pretty right now. It really isn't.
Split the truck.
Well, at least I had the bike. Everything's fucked. Everything's fucked right now. It's all fucked.
That's okay.
None of this is good. It's all fucked.
It's fine.
So, what was the plan? Well,
I
it
don't
was
know.
getting dark and I was tired. So first things first, back home to sleep.
Yep.
Okay, now what? Gentlemen,
Okay.
allow me to introduce my savior, my hero, my messiah, the tractor. The fork loader on the front would be my ticket to truck uprightness. And with my newfound enthusiasm, I set off. several minutes of driving the slowest vehicle on Earth later, I
Oh my
arrived.
god.
Okay, first things first, let's assess the situation. Alright, the situation has been assessed. Let's get back in the tractor and off to a
I feel so bad for Mart. I don't know if I have it in me to laugh at this. I feel so bad for him. He's trying so hard to just tow his Satsuma from point in the middle of nowhere to point fix it. And he's having every problem imaginable. I feel so bad for him. I'm so sorry, Mart.
Let's get back in the tractor and off to a flying start.
That hurts.
Righting the tractor
Don't be mad at
proved
me.
difficult, but we got there in the end. Okay,
Yay!
time for my master plan. Wedge the fork in between the ground and the truck, and believe me, I tried,
Yeah.
but the truck was well and truly bogged beyond saving. So fuck it,
That's okay.
I give up.
That's fine.
Yes, I admit a defeat, but really, the truck isn't essential.
Yeah.
Satsuma is. To get
Yeah.
Satsuma back to the repair shop, I plan to put it on the trailer and drive it back via the highway. The problem with that approach is using the fork loader at all. Just fucking get on the fucking trailer. Making matters worse, my fuel was getting...
On the bright side, at least he was able to work it out and pick up the Satsuma and take it to the repair shop. Right? Nothing bad happened in between. Surely. Right? I hope so.
Get on the fucking trailer, you piece of shit. Making matters worse, my fuel was getting lower, and lower, and lower.
No.
10 minutes of having violent car sex with Satsuma later, it was finally on the trailer. Yes! Finally! Things were looking up. On the highway, I listened to some sick beats to drown out the thoughts of running out of fuel. But man, the fuel. This appropriate music came on right as my fuel was at its very lowest.
Nice.
If I got stranded out here, that would be fucking miserable.
Yeah,
The
it
turn off to
would.
the town was in sight. It's gonna make it. It's gonna make it.
We've
But the
got
fuel,
this.
it was so low, the engine started hiccuping. We were so close.
No, we're
But
right
then-
there. No.
We made it! Hooray!
Let's go! Woo!
In town, I filled the thirsty, parched, dry tractor with its favorite drink of diesel. I also tried fiddling around a bit with the car, but nothing came of it.
Nice.
So back in the tractor and onto the repair shop.
Yay!
And would you believe it? Right there, by the side of the road, my helmet.
Helmet! Oh my gosh! He's experienced such hardship. The game is like, well, no, not the game. Life is like, you know what, buddy? You deserve this. Here's your helmet. It's okay, Mario. You can get through it. I believe in you.
Would you believe it? Right there, by the side of the road, my helmet. There's my helmet. Yes! I finally found my helmet. At long last, something good happened to me.
Yes!
But what are those lights? No. Mart.
No!
Mart, what are you doing?
Mart!
No, Mart, get back in the
Get
tractor.
in the car.
No,
Pull
Mart.
over.
No.
It's okay. It's not okay. Can we get an 07 for past Mart, please? Because that's crushing. That is soul crushing. One good thing happened. One good thing. So sorry, past Mart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why I didn't just get back in the tractor and pull over, but
it's fine.
yeah.
Life happens.
Here we are. Getting
Yep.
Satsuma back into the trailer, predictably, sucked. But once it was in, yes, I could get back
Yeah.
on the road and finally get the car back to the repair shop.
Hiccups. Apologies. Oh, he looks so sad. He's so tired. He's like,
And here we are. So, you'd think that was the end of it, right?
No.
We're at the repair shop, surely now we can just fix up the car and get back on the road.
Mart, I don't think you realize how beaten up your poor baby is. It's pretty bad, actually. It's really bad.
We're at the repair shop. Surely now we can just fix up the car and get back on the road.
Surely.
Nope. The pain didn't stop. It only got worse. First, I tried changing some of the easy-to-access parts. The distributor, the fuel pump, the fuel filter, and the spark plugs.
Finally, I have found my purpose. Vehicular destruction of my cousin's car.
No.
I am become Pinar, destroyer of car doors.
No.
He's gonna destroy my door. You just... God. So, let's try again.
It's fine. It's okay. I don't think it's working.
No dice. I thought it with the alternator. Took off the cylinder head and replaced the head gasket. Still didn't work.
No.
3 whole hours of the car not working, and things were only looking worse.
Yeah.
It wasn't a fuel problem, it wasn't a head gasket problem, it wasn't this, or that, or the other thing. Honestly, I was at a bit of a loss, and all the batteries I had on hand were flat.
That's a
To get more,
lot.
I'd have to go into town and buy some. Okay, I'm gonna go buy another battery. Naturally, the vehicle...
Why is he having to use so many batteries? You shouldn't have to replace your battery that often. I can't think of a reasoning, actually. Other than, you know, the fact that he's totaling his car. But we don't... that aside... why is he replacing his battery so much? I think that might be the problem.
have to go into town and buy some. Okay, I'm gonna go buy another battery. Naturally, the vehicle for that job was the van.
Yeah!
I sped into town, arrived in town,
Yay.
put the batteries in the van, and set back off for the repair shop when I did this.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my gosh. What?
Why?
Be careful.
Why?
Don't
Getting the
be
van back
hasty.
upright proved difficult. Oh my god! Please, no!
It's fine. I was
This is a fucking
hoping.
nightmare. This is a fucking nightmare. It won't end. I can't flip the car.
Might be a car issue. Have you tried fixing it?
Oh my god! He's going to commit war crimes. Don't say that! He knows!
Might be a car issue. Have you tried fixing it?
Oh my god!
Yes! Oh my
There we
god,
go.
sit! Back at the repair shop, I put everything together and tried starting the car up again. It didn't work. I tried
It's
another
not
battery.
working.
It didn't work. I got a new rocker shaft. It didn't work. I took the fuel tank out. For some reason. That didn't work. I concluded that I had no idea what was wrong and that I probably needed to rebuild the engine. If I
Yeah.
couldn't figure it out, surely replacing every single part would fix it.
Surely.
Right?
Right? I would hope so.
Right? Well,
Uh-oh.
I really had no other choice.
Yeah.
So,
Well, like, he's exhausted all other options, really, at this point. There's nothing else he can do other than replace the entire engine and build a completely new one, right? I can't think of any other logical explanation or what else to do. I would do the very same thing.
well,
I really hope
I
it
really
fixes
had no
it.
other choice. So, I got to work.
Yeah.
Onto pistons. I think the boot's not attached right. That's why the car's not starting, man.
Oh. Oh.
Can't I figure this out? I'll replace literally all these parts. Yeah, there goes the gearbox.
Yep.
These pistons are fucked.
It's okay. Okay.
Oh, it worked! Half an hour of rebuilding the engine later, the new parts were in, and it was back in the car. Wonderful.
I hope it works.
And so, I gave it a go. Let's give it a roll. And the battery was flat.
Why is the battery going flat so often? Is the ignition not firing? Oh, wait, why? This is so kerfuffling.
Roll. And the battery was flat. So I tried another. Also flat. Yeah. And another. Flat again. Yep.
Why?
That's right. I had run every single battery on the map down to 0 charge.
What?
I tried charging a dead battery at the charger at home. Dead batteries can't be charged. I looked in Timo's shop. No batteries.
Timo
They're
has
sold
them.
out. The engine was fixed, but I couldn't start it. Just fuck.
Man, that's
I
a lot
searched
of
far and
batteries.
wide for a single battery with
There's-
a morsel of charge. Nothing.
Nothing.
5 hours of the car being broken, and it was still fucking broken.
Oh. Oh, God. Yeah, accurate. Wait, what about that little island that he went to? There might be something there that he didn't pick up last time. Did he check there? I guess we'll find out. Okay.
All I could really do was just sit around, drink beer, and
Doug.
wait for the shop to restock.
Yeah, that's okay. Not the dancing.
It took
Yep.
ages,
Ages?
but finally, oh my god,
He
they're
doesn't
back.
have a regular restock?
Batteries! Yes! I put a fresh one
All
in,
of them.
and, alright, I'm fucking nervous. This better work.
I hope it works.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, yay!
Gentlemen, after 6 hours of broken Satsuma, it
We are
finally
back.
worked.
Yeah.
And now was time for my dastardly plan. You see, the distance done stat counts
Okay.
distance by measuring the car's speedometer. Not the actual speed, but the speed the car thinks it's going. Gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the dynamometer. Typically used to measure the power of a vehicle, I was going to use it to spin the tires as fast as physically possible. First gear, 60 kilometers an hour. Second gear, 100. Third gear, 150. Fourth gear, 226
Oh my
kilometers an hour.
gosh.
The highest possible speed in the Satsuma. Now you might think, but
That's fast.
this is cheating. And
Well,
yes.
I mean, yes and no. The car is on. And as far as the car knows, and as far as the code knows, it is driving at 200 kilometers per hour. So, I mean, it's, it's a shady area. I wouldn't say it's particularly, I wouldn't say it's 100% cheating. I'd say it's a loophole. It's a loophole, right?
Think, but this is cheating. And
Maybe.
yes. But cast your eyes to the distance left stat. Now, let me speed up the video.
It's a lot.
Do you notice anything alarming? Is there anything about this video that seems off? Yes.
Yeah.
The distance left is still going up.
Yeah.
This is where I finally realized I was truly doomed. Even at the highest possible speed, it still wasn't enough to outpace the ravenous viewers. And even
not
better,
enough.
a few minutes of running the car at its highest RPM later, the engine, why are the brakes not working?
No.
Did this. Why are the brakes not working?
No.
No, don't break my
no.
car, no, stop.
It's
Stop!
broken.
Removing the engine once more, I found a, do we have a hole in the block?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of holes.
Giant hole in the
Big
engine block.
holes.
Fuck.
It's okay, right?
Oh
Oh, God.
And what do you know, the engine was ready for a test. Of course, now that I'd rebuilt the whole thing, all of the new parts were untuned. It's not very powerful, so it ran like shit.
Yeah. Ow. What?
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
And finally, after almost exactly 8 hours of not having the car drive on the dirt track, we were back.
Yay!
19 and a half hours on long streams like this tends to be very close to maximum pain.
Yeah.
Around this time,
I've done 19-hour-long streams without sleeping, and so effectively I was awake for over like 38 hours, roughly. It's not an exact measurement, but I do know that I did not sleep. It takes a big toll on your body and on your mind, and you get so tired, you just want to sleep. You just want to sleep. You want it to be done with. That's why I have to pace my subathons now. So I completely relate to Mart.
Long streams like this tends to be very close to maximum pain. Around this time, it was about 4 AM. I hadn't seen sunlight in over 8 hours. The donations and their annoying messages hadn't stopped for the entire stream, and my desire to sleep was incredibly intense. This is where I start getting a bit delusional and paranoid. What if someone finds out where I live? What if Chad isn't willingly giving me money, but I'm stealing it from them?
Oh my gosh,
why am I even
Mart.
here anyway? I don't
You're
deserve this.
fine.
This whole thing is a mistake. I'm not supposed to be here. Someone else. Come on, you get your head back. Come on.
The voices.
I should probably be paying attention to the road. I'm just zoned out. It really didn't help that half the donation messages went something along the lines of, haha, we are torturing you for our entertainment.
Oh my gosh.
Ha ha. Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. It's a case. No. That's a TKO. Poor Mart.
Yeah. Not very nice.
Yay.
But I knew just the guy to take it all out on. Watch guy.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck it.
He's not dead, right? I hope he's not dead. Oh.
I won.
Yeah.
I beat him up.
I see that.
Did I feel a sense of accomplishment?
Yes.
No.
No.
Did I feel a sense of
Okay.
satisfaction?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Did I feel anything?
Yes.
Not really.
Oh.
The only thing I really
fine.
felt was pain. Lots and lots of pain.
It's okay.
And where else to lay my feelings to rest than the blackjack table?
Ooh.
I think it's time for a game of blackjack, gentlemen. And so I sat there, slowly losing my money, slowly losing my mind. I think it was time to give up.
Yeah.
20 and a half hours of my summer car later, I had driven 585 kilometers, and the distance had increased from 1,500 to 6,448
Oh my god.
kilometers.
That's insane.
Fuck.
Oh.
So, that's it.
Yep.
That was the stream.
That's it.
I haven't touched my summer car since, but Finland doesn't forget, and Finland never forgives.
Nope. Never forgives.
Literally every single thing I have done since then has had a flood of comments underneath it about the drive.
Oh my gosh. No one will ever let you forget this. Mart. You're cursed. I'm sorry.
Every single thing I have done since then has had a flood of comments underneath it about the drive. Literally everywhere. Community posts, my second channel, Twitter, even my Instagram that I've never even mentioned one single time,
Oh my
and
God.
occasionally in real life too.
No ehto möllykkätä sinullekin.
So I guess I have
Oh.
unfinished business. Now, this challenge would literally never end if I didn't change something. So I've changed something. Instead of donations adding distance, they make playing the game a living hell. You horrible people can now fuck with the steering, accelerate and brake, add piss, and make me a violent alcoholic for a short period. All the proceeds from the big first stream will be going towards the Royal Children's Hospital Foundation.
That's so
The
sweet.
only thing that can still add distance is subscribers. So if you want to prolong my pain just a little bit more, subscribe and I'll drive 1 more meter.
Oh
The next
my
big stream will
God.
be in about a week. I'll drive for 24 hours, and the proceeds, once again, will be donated to the Royal Children's Hospital.
Aww.
So join me in my future Finnish endeavors, and mark my words, this distance will read 0.
It will.
Eventually.
Thank you, Mart. Thank you for tuning in to another NEKO Reacts. So that's an awful long time to drive. I gotta hand it to Mart. He's actually going through with it, though. And he's doing it for a good cause. What was your experience watching this? Did you donate or did you just simply watch? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Matane! Bye!